Howdy, I really hope you had a good day. Silver Trade here again with another video. Today we're talking about Holo, a few whales buying in, and XRT short interest is now at 480%. I mean, it is just working its way up. That's 20% higher than yesterday. How exciting. Chang bought 4,140 shares of GameStop today. And for anyone who's not familiar, he's on the board of directors of GameStop, and he's a pretty impressive guy. He teaches at MIT and Harvard, and he's very impressive. Look into him, please. Here's his proof that he actually bought the shares right there. There's his name. Please remember, none of this is financial advice, and we are not financial advisors. We make these videos for entertainment purposes only. Some people on Reddit noticed there was a huge spike for the $30 strike price for next week on calls, and somebody bought a ton today. Just because I want to show you guys proof, of course. Look, we had 17,000 calls bought today, and there's almost 40,000 for next week at the $30 strike price. How exciting is that? Whenever you take 17,200 and multiply that by 54, you get about 2 million. We had $2 million pump in 2 calls today that GameStop will be at $30 by next week. And there's rumors right now, and these are just rumors, and I have no idea, and they're rumors, like a couple posts. But maybe GameStop and Steam do something. Who knows? This is not financial advice. And Berkshire bought $167 million worth of Cyrus XM today, in case you're curious about that. When we look over here on some websites of like what the short ratio is of XRT, when we look at like 7/8, we see a 68%, right? We got 68% for the 7/8 of short volume. But you go over to the super awesome website Unusual Whales, you got 68, 95%, 84%, 86%, and 83%. I did the math on that, and the mean of those 5 numbers is 83%, not 66%. And a lot of these different websites will talk down and downplay what's really going on, but this is not financial advice, and I am literally wearing a tinfoil hat. And when you look at GameStop, you notice that for the last almost 4 days, we've come up and touched this $25 price level. Once we get through that, GameStop should seriously have no problem running its way back up to 32, and that's maybe why so many people are buying in for the $30 calls, is because 32 is a very strong resistance, and so is 25. But once we can get through that, we got open skies. We're above all the moving averages, trying to get above the Bollinger Bands right now. We really just need to get through $25 and hold that for a little bit, and we're looking really good. But remember, none of this is financial advice. And for anybody who cares about Holo or is interested in Holo, personally for me, when you look at the chart, it seems like it's working its way down to this support level of about 80 cents. And the second it cracks through, this, you could probably see it get cut in half again pretty quickly. Just like it did right here. Came down to about $1.50, ran up for a little bit, but then came off and over a while faded off about another 50% from $1.50 down to 80 cents. Came up a little bit, we're back down to 80 cents, and it's looking pretty weak. I mean, even when it wants to move to the upside, even when the moving averages cross and it tries, I mean, there's just no volume behind it. And when you look at the volume, like, yes, the stock had a crazy run from like $1 up to $100 per share, but that's because this thing had crazy short interest. About the end of 2023, right, is when we started seeing all of the short shares back to being available, and it's been working its way up. There's more shares that are able to be shorted since about 2023, right at the end of it. So let's call it 2024. They've been slowly covering, and then finally after that T plus 35 days, we had a huge spike in volume of 200 million, and Holo only has 25 million shares on the public float, and Holo also has 82 million shares outstanding. Personally, if I was looking at this and considering like what I would do, I would really just watch this thing, because it is continuously bleeding off. It's not looking super strong at this, last support that it has. Even when it tries to make a little bit of a move at any point, it doesn't have really too many people holding it. It's got a RSI divergence. You see the price was lower here, or the RSI is low and the price is high, but then the RSI is higher and the price is lower. It's not a great divergence. That's a pretty bearish divergence. And so personally for me, I would just watch until you see some crazy volume like this. And once you do, you know that it still has but I really appreciate you guys if you made it this far in the video. God bless you and have a good one.